finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yes. What's good, people? Myself, man, like Rage, back again with another episode for you. Lot back with another video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep updated. Let's go. Let's get into this one. So the boy Tiny Spray, the young G Tiny Spray, Ace Money. I don't think he's Tiny Spray again just yet, but we're going to get into this clip and see what's going on anyway. Let's talk about a few things. But he's back on the RTM podcast, which is good because you don't know, he was an entertaining little character. He was bringing Young Spray views. Young Spray says it, yeah, you know, it's about the views and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And it's understandable when, you know, that's a man's main source of, you know, works and all of that. You're going to want it to boom off. You're going to want the views to go off because, you know, views equals catching. But let's get into this one.
No, you just explain it again the way that you've explained it. I've said it word for word, bar for bar. Actually, I didn't repeat what I said, so I haven't actually.
No, but you did. You cleared it up.
First of all, first things first, I just want to say, big up Say Levy, fashion a beat. You hear me? Watch the swag, watch the drippings. Yo, all right.
And I said,
I didn't repeat what I wanted to say.
When I asked you, did the guy work with you? You said no. So that cleared up what I didn't understand.
So if it's cleared up what you wanted to understand, what was the argument about or the debate about then?
Bruv, you're the one debating.
If it was cleared up what you asked me, what you wanted to ask me, I've answered your question.
No, you're saying misconstrued.
Exactly. So you've got it misconstrued. You have it misconstrued.
I haven't got nothing misconstrued.
Tensions are high, you know. Tensions was high on this episode, blood. You understand what I'm saying? Because obviously, Tiny Spray left RTM podcast. He went off. He was doing his own thing or whatever he had going on. I don't know. I don't follow him directly, so I don't see and know what he's got going on, what he's keeping up with. But obviously, the video that went viral of him getting into a little bit of a pass and the youth trying to move to him, that went off. That went crazy. So him coming on the RTM podcast, of course, they're going to question you and ask you about it and try and make sense of the situation. But I don't know why Tiny Spray, Ace Money, was coming on there thinking that he's just going to say a 1-2 lines and keep it pushing. Because initially, he spoke about it with Spray and thought, yeah, let's just leave that there and keep it moving. But you're a madman to think that you're just going to say that and think Spray is going to allow you to keep moving. Spray is going to troll you for the whole episode. Spray was even going mad. Spray saying, yeah, you get me? Like, I can't believe you said, ow. I can't believe you said, ow, and all of these things. And Ace Money is not liking it. He's not liking the energy. You can see the way he's talking, like his back is against the wall. You can see he's a bit hostile about it, you know what I'm saying? And he's just trying to brush it, and he just feels like he just feels a bit attacked, you can see, you understand what I'm saying? But, like, come on, bro. You've been watching the RTM podcast. You should know they're not letting that one slide. Especially Spray, obviously. I know Say La Vie, she's a big woman, you know what I'm saying? She's just obviously having a conversation for the sake of the show. But overall, deep down, I know she don't care about that, you know what I'm saying? She don't care about that. But let's continue this anyway.
You had it misconstrued in the first place.
It's how you're coming to people.
You had it misconstrued.
And you're telling them you're at
then
work.
Answered,
this happened at work.
I
don't know if you work with the person or not.
They
don't know if you work with the person or not.
You
Yo,
literally answered it.
hey, La Vie's going off, you know. She's going off, like, she's saying, yo, blood, stop being stupid, bruv. Like, I'm asking you questions to make sense of the scenario, and you're talking like, man, I'm supposed to just know. No, I'm asking you to make sense because I don't understand something. Like, what are you talking about? About flipping out. Don't piss off Say La Vie, you know.
You're assuming you're working with the person.
You answered it, Say La Vie. You answered it, though.
Senses, man.
You answered it. You literally asked me a question. I answered
you because that's what I do to find out the facts.
find out the facts, so then you found it out already.
And
so
you're
the continuous.
Watch it back.
No, what are you talking? You misconstrued it.
Times.
You did.
No, you're not explaining.
You clearly did because you didn't answer. You didn't understand what I said.
People are gonna know that because you're at work.
You didn't understand what I said. But you didn't understand what I said. But I answered it though.
I'm gonna assume, it happened at work. The guy from your workplace.
You're on your period.
Like, are you mad? You must be.
He's gone crazy. He's gone mad. He's gone mad. He said, you must be on your period. Bruv! What? Blood! And this is what I'm saying. And this is the type of stuff that Spray knows he's going to get. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why Spray didn't mind bringing him back on the show, because he knows it's just going to be more madness. And I was looking at the videos because obviously I was just watching the video because, you know, Spray uploads it segment before he uploads the whole thing. So I'm watching it. And when I'm preing the views, like all of his other views before that, he's getting like, you know, 3K, 4K views. You get me? The common number that he's getting. And then Tiny Spray's come back on the show, Ace Money, and he's got 10K views, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a whole audience that he's tapped into, left them dry for a little bit because obviously Ace Money went off. Obviously Spray's going to continue doing his thing regardless. But now that Tiny Spray's back on, they're all locking in again, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole younger generation that's tapped in there. But Spray knows what's going on, you know what I'm saying?
You must be. Because you can't just answer a simple question.
Must be on your career because I see SP, he's on his phone.
He's got a post.
Mad.
He's got a post. That's why he's on his phone.
Regardless, he ain't going no.
He can't.
He ain't
He's got a
going
post.
mad.
He's
No,
got
because
things
he just
to do.
doesn't care that as much as you.
Are you speaking for him?
You was going mad at me a minute ago.
No, exactly.
You was going mad at me a minute ago when I was...
No, but you wasn't going too mad. No, you ain't going that mad. You ain't going clapping hands doing
because you're going mad at her.
No, exactly. You've lost your mind.
I wasn't going mad.
She's not going to be able to cheat for a while.
That's just the way that you've obviously construed.
But me, like I said,
it's not even the right word.
Like I said, we needed to see a bit of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we like that, but do it to people you don't know.
This is what we want.
No, but I'm saying, people watching that couldn't believe how you acted on camera.
No, but SP.
Do you know what I mean?
Come on, man.
Not like that, but
the Darnars are gonna get loaded into the account. Monetization, all
that's
life.
what the whole point of this life is. That's why you wanted to be a part of it, no? That's why
actually,
when you came...
yes,
you was. You was
bro
lovely
shouted
when you
me.
first
Bro
came.
shouted.
No, before, when you first came and you met him...
Family, no, that's actually family. Naturally,
music,
Spray,
views,
regardless
that's
of whether
what
in
you was here
business,
for. Let's not
it'll
pretend.
always be
Come
family because that's actually man's dad's like close brethren. So that'll always be family to me, regardless of whether we have an argument or whatever.
I was literally on the
Actually, not after.
Yeah, but
not
it don't
after.
matter. You still
definitely not after.
That doing you want to do right content creating and do
even
music.
the way that we butt into each other the first time, why for that bit, but the way that we met each other the first time, yeah, was actually natural and as well.
Of course,
so on top of that, so it was never no views thing on my side or whatever. It was never that.
Okay.
It was do you know what I mean? It was all natural. It kind of happened organically.
That's the actual
so you gotta let things happen, kind of.
Yeah, but
do you
then
know what I
why
mean?
do you want
to... when bros called me back, 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 when bros called me back,
come on,
when bros called me back, I've said naturally I'm gonna roll because that's family. Man, fuck with you. I've always, man, mess with you or whatever. I even.
Look. There's bare waffling going on, whatever man's trying to say to explain. But C'est La Vie's point is, your Tiny Spray is talking about you lot are doing this because of the views, rare tear to get views and get paid and all of these things. But to be honest, the paying thing that mainly benefits Spray because it's Spray's show and his channel and all that. C'est La Vie, I don't know, but I don't believe she's getting like a constant peas out of this every single month. So it's probably just, she's there just to co-host and support, you understand what I'm saying? So really and truly, and me personally, I feel like she don't really care about going viral and all of these things. But on the other hand, Spray cares. So that discussion should be between Spray and Tiny Spray, you know, Spray and Ace Money. And Ace is acting like he doesn't care about getting views and getting the clout from being on the show and all of these things. But C'est La Vie's point is you do music, you do content, so you do care. That's why you said yes to even coming on the show. That's why you're here and that's why you've returned. Whoever Spray's phoned you or not to come on the show, you care about you being in this facility and getting your name out there. That's why you've returned to the show, which is true. It's true. But obviously, man's just trying to deflect it, innit?
I will tell the truth and take accountability. I sent him a DM and obviously said maybe the way that I can deal with the situation would have been differently or whatever. But naturally, man, respect giving man an opportunity and all of these things.
Yeah, that's mature. That's big.
So yeah, that's what's been done. But where did it all get from there to the situation that happened? Like you lot just wanted the 1-2 clips.
Why
video,
do you think?
No, come on now.
Wait.
Like you've not been here for weeks.
Wait.
Why do you think anyone's not going to ask you what's happened?
Facts. You was last seen on the RTM podcast. That's what you're known now to the masses Obviously, your generation, people might know you, 1, 2 people know you, but for the rest of us, we know you from the RTM podcast. So you've disappeared from the RTM podcast. All that's happened, you've come back now. They're going to ask you, they're going to say to you what's going to happen. And Spray's going to ask you, Spray's going to talk about it. Spray's going to make a topic. Spray's going to make trailers out of it. Spray's going to slap your name in the titles. Spray's going to go ballistic. Spray's going to troll you. Spray's going to try and, you get me, like, rustle some feathers and just be Spray. So acting like you're not aware of this is mental. It's mental. I don't understand.
Yeah, but you can ask me, but then continue it.
I'm sure I even told him.
You're too touchy.
No, I'm sure I even told him he was going to talk about it. Yes, I did. Yes, I
you
did.
did not.
Said
Grandma's
you've got
grave.
to
You didn't.
eat
I pour my grandma's grave.
Bruv, she dead.
Yeah,
She
actually
must
is.
be. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't care, because she's dead. We don't want to hear any
don't get
any
it.
swearings on graves. Swear on someone alive. It's true though. Swear on someone alive. Like I could swear on everyone's grave. They're gone.
It was too much. It was too much for him. He had to get up and walk off. It was too much for the boy. He walked off. He said, what? Not grandma. No, I'm out of it. I'm out of it. And you know what? As mad as it sounded, I listened to it back in my head and I was like, you know what? That's madness, because Spray's actually right. Because over the years, I've heard bare people say, I swear on this person, I swear at me. I don't swear in it on nothing, because I just don't feel like it's godly in it. I don't swear on nothing. And I'm a man, I'm telling you something. I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Take it or leave it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, man's not going to start doing all that. But people doing it on people that's not alive is like, yeah, you lot don't care, innit? Like, you're doing it because the person's not here, but do it on someone that is here. If you really mean it, do it on someone that's... And I thought about that. I was like, rah, that's kind of true, you know? That's true. As mad as it may sound, it is kind of true. It is kind of true. But for Ace Money didn't like that one, blood. He got out of there. Look, the seat is empty now. The seat is empty. Ace Money's gone out there. He's gone. He's got out of there. He got out of there. It's too much. But going on RTM and thinking it's just going to fly over and you're just going to chat about it, what did you think was... What did you expect? I don't know what you expected. You're clearly not paying attention to the show and how the show runs, how Spray operates and thinks, and how he moves on the show. You're not paying attention, rude boy.
Too mental.
Why would you think that no one's going to ask you about this stuff? Of course they're going to ask you. It's common sense. You
I
ain't
don't
been,
know, man.
like, you've been on the internet.
He might smoke a spliff and come back out. Fuck knows. But yeah, no. I think he's too... I don't know, but I did tell him.
But maybe that's
Like we spoke about it, innit? I says, you're going to have to eat humble pie and then you could be yourself, innit? Not like that, but...
And that's the reality of it. You are going to have to take a humble pie. You're going to have to address it and say, yo, that happened, but you know what? I put my hands up, cool, I accept it, and just keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, but his pride and his ego is not letting him do that. It's not letting him do that. He's just saying it just for the sake of, let's just brush it like, yeah, it happened, man, but he's not doing it on a, yo, it happened, talk about it, laugh about it, and keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't, like they said on the show, it wasn't a mad thing. It wasn't mad, like, man didn't pull out no weapons or anything. It was just basically a scrap, and sometimes scraps don't always go in people's favour, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, everyone takes L's at some point in their life. Everyone's taking an L. Everyone's taking an L, you know what I'm saying, for whatever. But you can't stay with the L. You have to keep it pushing, moving forward. And then eventually, you know what I'm saying, you can just get a W in whatever, you get me? I'm not saying like getting a get back, but I'm just saying in life, in other scenarios, you may just get a W, you know what I'm saying? You win at something else, you get a W at something else, and you just don't even penny that no more. But let's see how this is going to turn out. Tiny Spray's back on the show. You get me? Let's see what madnesses happen. Let's see what's going on. Keep entertained. With that being said, myself, Rage, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And remember one thing only, God is the greatest. And oh yes, stay protected. Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.